Imagine being able to stream every curling game from every sheet from any event, be it your Wednesday league game, bonspiel, or corporate event. Curling Stadium offers an all-inclusive streaming solution featuring high-quality cameras, ease of use, great reliability, and minimal installation. Offering your sponsors customizable ad space on your streamed curling games and being able to sell video packages to your corporate events for increased revenue. With Curling Stadium, you can stream to any device, be it your mobile phone, tablet, or computer. Push the feed to your desired platform, be it Facebook, YouTube, or any other social media. Curling Stadium is simply the way forward. Where it's commonplace in other sports to televise every game, we want to do the same. Curling is a global sport, and it's time it gets the coverage it needs. Make your curling club the next Curling Stadium. Imagine being able to stream every curling game from every sheet from any event, be it your Wednesday league game, bonspiel, or corporate event. Curling Stadium offers an all-inclusive streaming solution featuring high-quality cameras, ease of use, great reliability, and minimal installation. Offering your sponsors customizable ad space on your streamed curling games and being able to sell video packages to your corporate events for increased revenue. With Curling Stadium, you can stream to any device, be it your mobile phone, tablet, or computer. Push the feed to your desired platform, be it Facebook, YouTube, or any other social media. Curling Stadium is simply the way forward. Where it's commonplace in other sports to televise every game, we want to do the same. Curling is a global sport, and it's time it gets the coverage it needs. Make your curling club the next Curling Stadium.
Go on the board in about an hour. Botcher would love to put one up here right now, facing two. That's as cool as you like. Brendan Botcher makes the shot. He'll put the one up on the board, but Kevin Kuby will have the hammer in the eighth, and we come back. We're watching the ATV Financial Scoreboard Classic.
Imagine being able to stream every curling game from every sheet from any event, be it your Wednesday league game, bonspiel, or corporate event. Curling Stadium offers an all-inclusive streaming solution featuring high-quality cameras, ease of use, great reliability, and minimal installation. Offering your sponsors customizable ad space on your streamed curling games and being able to sell video packages to your corporate events for increased revenue. With Curling Stadium, you can stream to any device, be it your mobile phone, tablet, or computer. Push the feed to your desired platform, be it Facebook, YouTube, or any other social media. Curling Stadium is simply the way forward. Where it's commonplace in other sports to televise every game, we want to do the same. Curling is a global sport, and it's time it gets the coverage it needs. Make your curling club the next Curling Stadium.
Hello and welcome to the Co-op Petroleum Alberta Curling Series Major. My name is Matt Yo. I'll be doing your broadcasting this afternoon. And we have Team Kitazawa from Japan and Keiser from Switzerland. We're looking to have a great matchup here this afternoon. Great semifinals played by both these teams today. Third game on the slate for both teams. Come through the quarterfinals. There was a draw to the button as both were C qualifiers, and the draw to the button was won by Team Japan. Huge shout out to Co-op Petroleum for our sponsorship today. So first rock goes up, center guard. Huge shout out to all of our sponsors and also Curling Stone and Alberta Curling Series and Curling Stadium for putting together the live stream today. Both these teams have scrapped it out from the C event qualifiers. I've played quite a few games this weekend, but it does show that more games on the ice, and these teams are ready to go for the final. Pretty aggressive calls right off the bat here. We have a really tight center guard and coming into a really tight, possibly looks like it's going to slide into the rings here. So what we're looking for here today is the speed for the ice is about 15.5 for T-line, 15.6. And we're about 4 to 4.5 feet of curl. Very playable. Thank you very much for Tim's Ice Manufacturing, Kyle Winters, and Justin Runson for putting together a great surface for our athletes to participate on today. And I am solo in the booth today, so please get on the live chat. Help us out with some questions, comments. I'm one of the owners of Tim's Ice Manufacturing, so I can give you some of the information about the ice and what to look for and all that type of stuff. If you have any questions, please toss them into the live chat and be more than happy to help out. So second rock here for the Japanese lead. Looking for an in-turn hit and roll into the rings. Right on the nose. Good corner guard put up there. Japan does have the advantage of last stone rock. So that was the shot call. Hit it right on the nose to get their corner guard up there. Now the shot calls come around the center guard. Top 4 foot, top 8. So we're looking at a pretty speedy here right after practice. Probably close to that 15.5 to 15.8. Looks like we have the good live chat popping up already with some go Team Switzerland. We got some go Team Japan. So keep it rolling in here. Great draw there, right around, fully buried, a little bit deep, back button. This one looks like it might have been just thrown a little bit too heavy. Just couldn't get the curl. Looked like a board weight, but it was just called for just through weight. So when the ice is really speedy here, what you want to really do to make sure that your sweepers are involved in the game is throw the right speed. That broom, it's just a guideline. You want to be obviously close hitting the broom, but for shots like that and on really speedy ice, really keen ice, you want to make sure that the weight is thrown properly. So the heavier the rock, obviously or heavier the shot, obviously less curl, and you take your sweepers out of the equation if you throw it too heavy. So trying to put another one in there, top 4 foot around the tight center guard here. Got their hands up right now. It's probably pretty speedy out there. As we were talking earlier, here in Leduc, we have quite a bit of ice in the far end of the rink. So it is about 0.2 seconds quicker going away from the home end than it is coming home. The reason for that is that the ice temperature is a little bit warmer on the far end of the curling rink than the near end. So a little bit warmer temperatures obviously mean quicker stones. So. All right, the run back going to be tried to be made here by the Japanese team. Nerves are probably a little high here in the final. Played 3 games today. Pitched that one just a touch out and gives Team Keiser an opportunity to get a tight center guard here. Looks like it might be perfect. Might overcurl just a hair, but great shot there. Now a little hesitation by Team Japan of, she might have thought in the back of her mind this might be an opportunity to freeze one in there, get shot rock with hammer, but she's elected to run it back and to try to eliminate some red stones here. That's a better delivery there. Not too much of a pitch out. Great shot, makes the double, rolls off to another corner guard. 1 red sitting in there. Well done. So we're playing out here at the Leduc Rec Center here in Leduc, Alberta. Huge shout out to our sponsors for the event. The Leduc Co-op and Petroleum, Global Machine and Supply, Sticks and Stones Pub and Lounge here at the LRC, Tim's Ice Manufacturing, Ice Advice, which gives us ice makers a great opportunity to see minute-by-minute ice temperatures on the ice. Tailor-Made Wellness that offered the curlers and athletes some chiropractic massage yesterday and really helped out. Thank you very much, Tailor-Made Wellness. As well as Hack the House, our new curling provider here in Edmonton. Please reach out to hackthehouse.com to see the revenue share program for the curling clubs. Small and big, all pro shops. And if you don't have a pro shop, direct your members to buy from hackthehouse.com and the curling club receives part of the profit. It's a great profit share program. All right, it looks like they're trying to figure out if they want to take that front one off or try to hit and flop off the one in the forefoot. Pretty small little hole there, first end. On it. Now they're going to try to get it to curl. I think they overswept it. Or sorry, it was over curling, so they went for audible and to hit and roll off the top one. So great judge there by the skipper and made sure that she got a good result out of a shot that was just over curling on them. Now, obviously, not having the hammer, Team Kaiser would like to hit that yellow rock there, probably move in right around to where the broom is currently being placed. So if she can roll in a full rock towards the center line, that would alleviate any double that they might have on the wide. It'd be an awful thin double, but it would be there. Another option is to roll big and roll actually towards the center line to the top 4 foot and try to set up that Christmas tree that you like to talk about. Working on it hard here. Looks like it's curling. Oh. A little bit too much of a roll there. Gives actually Japan a really good opportunity to hit and flop right in front of that red one and maybe be able to get a deuce out of this end that wasn't looking very promising earlier here. Welcome on the live chat to some of our viewers in Japan. I think what they've elected to do is throw the double here. And now Team Switzerland's going to look at making that hit and roll and making the blank as tough as possible. Such a beautiful country. I've been very lucky to be able to head over to Japan actually 14 times with my father back in the late 90s and early 2000s when he went over there, and Mr. Koizumi was the person behind getting curling going in Japan, and had some big bonspiels and whatnot. It's such a beautiful country. Spent a lot of time in Karizawa, and it's such a beautiful country over there. So welcome to the live chat, and I hope to see a really good and competitive game here. So. Right on the nose. So first end, a blank attempt for Team Japan. Little wobble coming out of the hack there, but looks like they're on it really hard right off the bat. So this sweepers, they know they can't get to the center line. They've backed it up quite well, and there's a blank. Blank in the first end in the books.
Imagine being able to stream every curling game from every sheet from any event, be it your Wednesday league game, bonspiel, or corporate event. Curling Stadium offers an all-inclusive streaming solution featuring high-quality cameras, ease of use, great reliability, and minimal installation. Offering your sponsors customizable ad space on your streamed curling games and being able to sell video packages to your corporate events for increased revenue. With Curling Stadium, you can stream to any device, be it your mobile phone, tablet, or computer. Push the feed to your desired platform, be it Facebook, YouTube, or any other social media. Curling Stadium is simply the way forward. Where it's commonplace in other sports to televise every game, we want to do the same. Curling is a global sport, and it's time it gets the coverage it needs. Make your curling club the next Curling Stadium.
So we got two guys that know how to freeze water trying to commentate on curling, so bear with us. Anything that you need to know or have any questions, please pop in the live chat.
Well, look at you go.
Get the live chat up on the phone here. We got a couple of computer screens up so we can see the action.
More people listen to you than are friends with you on Facebook.
100%, yep. That's where I think I can grow my outreach.
The old face for radio.
So it looks like we're going to have a draw around the center guard here, taking about 4.5, 5 feet of ice, probably 15.5, 15.6, pretty fast out there. Trying to work on it. A little bit light. Looked like she was sweeping up the whole way, but light there is better than being heavy. Don't want to be back forefoot like Kyle usually throws his second one in our men's league on Thursday nights.
Guy can only do so much. When you see what the sweepers that I have to work with after when I throw, you got to throw heavier than light.
So I'm going to take the opportunity to go around the corner guard that they put up. Going to sweep it to try to make it curl there a little bit.
Yeah, looks like that one should be a little bit sticking out there.
Yeah, maybe about 1/8 of a rock sticking out, top 8 foot. Fantastic curling shot there. Now, when you're looking at this at home, the curlers that are, like I said, trying to get to this level or at this level, if you're going to try to take on that tap back, you want to be tight rather than wide. Just because if you hit the corner guard, your shooter rock will actually spin in behind your center guards. But I think they've decided to go the aggressive route and just say, you know what, we have our two center guards up. We're going to go right behind them, top 4 foot. Working real hard here for weight and line. Got a case of the lights here on second end, but lots of red shrapnel up there in the front of the house to be able to move and be advanced later. Now, Team Japan trying to come around all that red. This is an important shot to try to keep it above the 4 foot. which doesn't look like it's going to. It's going to probably go back 4, back 8. Really good the communication there again with the sweepers and the skip to say that it's heavy. Let's go all the way back there. So Team Switzerland trying to come right back to that back 8-foot one. So they've been light all end here. Let's see what this one's going. They're sweeping it right out of the hands. So
that could be tight though.
No, that's
light.
That's light as well. Might start seeing the effects of 3 players all weekend.
Yeah,
they played every game so far, I think, even through the brackets.
They've played pretty good, though, for being down a person.
So really good opportunity here for Team Japan to put all kinds of pressure on them. Looks like Team Japan might have a little. This one's coming down pretty good.
Yeah. Yeah, that's pretty good.
Top 4-foot probably gives them an opportunity to make a double there. There is no triple there if you want to make the double on the side. So that one there is kind of surprised why they wouldn't, for the last 20, 25 feet, get the outside sweeper on it and really try to carve it in there a bit more. But pretty easy back here when you're not doing it. Look at that, eh? Guys in the live chat talking about rock, having rocks put up there so we know how many rocks are coming in the end. Jerry and all the guys there at Curling Stadium got it up there within 15 minutes. Fantastic, guys. Huge thanks out there to Curling Stadium for providing the live stream for our events here. It's been phenomenal. All right, another opportunity for Team Japan to get one in there dead buried behind a big wall of red that's actually staggered. So
yeah, that's not really, doesn't look like much to even try and raise in there.
No. I think the only rock they have to raise is the one far on the far side that's about 3/4 open. But they're going for line now here, I think.
Yeah, sweeping right out of the hand. Yeah, there it is.
Really important to get that one past the guard and in top 12-foot area. If that would have tapped on the guard, they would have had a chance to advance one of those red ones to get into shot. They still have that opportunity, but at least now it's against 3, right? So Team Switzerland without the hammer here in a pretty tough predicament.
They may not be 16 anymore.
Trying to get this one over to curl a little bit. Ooh. On those ones, they're very, very important for everyone that's watching. That when you're trying those shots, obviously weight is extremely important, but you need to sit there and go. You don't want to miss, but if I miss, how can I miss? That miss is absolutely the wrong way to miss because it doesn't open anything up, and you just toss your rock to the backboards. Being inside there, if you would have chiseled off that corner guard, you would have been able to roll into the house, and it would have exposed that one that was on the tee line. So, it's something to think about when you're in the hack. To maybe it's because I miss a lot, and I need to know where I need to miss, and these ladies don't miss a whole bunch, but that's something that you should think about in the hack. All the people in the live chat there that are living in Tokyo and out in Japan. What time is it over there? I think it's probably about.
It's tomorrow, man.
Well, it's tomorrow there.
It's tomorrow.
Tomorrow. What time is it there tomorrow? I think it's probably about 1 a.m. Somewhere in there. 4 a.m. All right, so we have an out-turn draw here again. I have a really funny story about going to Tokyo the one time with my sisters and my mom and dad, and we'll leave that one for the next end. But this one's coming up a little bit light here as well.
Doesn't look like it hurts Team Japan very, very much, though.
No, it doesn't hurt them. Probably looks like they might have the same shot, or she's looking at this wide in turn draw. Or even for me, even a tap. Looks like there's a tap on that outside red one, that on the left-hand side. Just past midnight there. Okay, yeah. So obviously, really big time to bring your team in to talk about this shot. If you don't make a good one here, it could be 4 yellows, and really big advantage going into the third end here. So big communication here of, okay, what's the ice like out here? Where should we put the broom? What's the weight? We've been a little bit light on everything here coming in the second end. 7:24 in the morning in Tokyo. Excellent.
Seems pretty wide there, wouldn't this be kind of like key play for your, like you were saying, the miss? If you played a little tighter, then you can get that raise that you were talking about earlier.
Yeah, this shot's kind of an all or nothing shot though. Like if you're just throwing T-line weight, you're not going to have enough weight to tap that one in. So this is kind of all or nothing shot, and still 4 rocks to come. That's why I thought the tap on the outside red guard might have been the proper call here. It would have opened it up a little bit to make this draw with your last one, the Hail Mary, a little bit easier. But just kind of watching it down the sheet here, lots of spins, so that should make it glide still. Now she's on it to make it curl. Oh, wow, great shot. That's why the skipper gets paid the big bucks right there. Great shot, fantastic. Turns the end completely around. Should have tried to get Andrea to to commentate this game, as she used to work in Tokyo as a teacher.
As Tokyo and a curling coach, she has way more grounds and would be way better as a second chair than me.
All right, so we have a run back coming, or maybe just a double peel.
I'm assuming it would just be to open everything up here.
Yeah. Big extension.
Huh.
Kind of a tough result
Yeah.
there, right? Like, she makes another shot here about a foot higher than what she just threw. And, Japan goes from having an opportunity to lie forward to shooting against two. And a tough shot against two.
Some are probably mid top 8 there. Sit 2 and make that, give Japan the tough shot for 1.
Yeah, I think just right where their broom is right there, eh? You don't want to bring it too far in to expose that red one that's on the left-hand side in the forefoot.
But even if she played the same draw the same way, like that thing finished in there pretty nicely. So with less rocks up front, she might be able to get one here right on the button.
Yep, absolutely. Yeah, I think ideal shot here is just biting top forefoot, probably half open, maybe a quarter open. So it guards everything, kind of like that Christmas tree that we were talking about earlier in the broadcast, the game prior. Makes it really difficult for them to remove any of the red stones. Excuse me. Trying to work it in there.
Looks like they're liking the weight here. They just want to kind of carve it in.
Well, like you said, kind of same shot.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
That is, but it isn't really. They left it half open, three-quarter,
Yeah.
Probably half open, 2/3 open. This is a double for 2. That could have been a good time to communicate between the sweepers and the skip to say, you know what, this is top 8. You probably could have left it, right? The line wasn't the greatest, so it would make this double a lot more difficult rather than bringing it right on top. But difficult shot, but at least it gives Japan a chance here. Yelling yes out of her hand, then whoa. So that tendency is usually a little bit tight to out. Great shot. 2 yellows.
Yep.
So 2-0, Team Japan over Team Switzerland. Team Kitazawa versus Team Keiser. Heading to the third end.
Imagine being able to stream every curling game from every sheet from any event, be it your Wednesday league game, Bonspiel, or corporate event. Curling Stadium offers an all-inclusive streaming solution featuring high-quality cameras, ease of use, great reliability, and minimal installation. Offering your sponsors customizable ad space on your streamed curling games and being able to sell video packages to your corporate events for increased revenue. With Curling Stadium, you can stream to any device, be it your mobile phone, tablet, or computer. Push the feed to your desired platform, be it Facebook, YouTube, or any other social media. Curling Stadium is simply the way forward. Where it's commonplace in other sports to televise every game, we want to do the same. Curling is a global sport, and it's time it gets the coverage it needs. Make your curling club the next curling stadium.
All right, we're back 2-0 for your team Kitazawa over Keiser. Typically, after you're up 2, the first rock goes in the house. And we're going to see maybe little defensive plays here to maybe get a little less rocks in play and have a little cleaner of an end.
A little bit on the inside here, and it looks like Japan's going to roll out. So.
Yeah, it gives the opportunity to throw a corner guard here for Team Keiser. So a little lull in the action, so a little opportunity to do a little shout out to our sponsors, Co-op Petroleum here in Leduc, to being our presenting sponsor here for the Alberta Curling Series Major. Global Machine and Supply for being one of our presenting sponsors for our men's major event the last weekend. TaylorMade in Wellness. They were providing our athletes with massage and chiropractic services over the weekend here for the last 2 weekends. Sticks and Stones Pub and Grill here in Leduc Rec Center. Come visit them for some great eats and a few drinks. Ice Advice, who gives us ice makers an opportunity to have a minute-by-minute ice temperatures right on our phone and give us the best ability to give the best playing conditions to all of our athletes. And the new curling supply store here in Edmonton, Hack to House. They have a great revenue share program for anybody that's part of a curling club to generate some more funds for your curling club. So reach out to hacktohouse.com and ask for the curling club profit share program.
Looking like, I'm assuming, hopefully you hit that yellow and flop behind the red.
Yeah, get a little hit and roll behind the corner guard that they threw up. Working on it hard, right out of the hand. Old muscles. The muscles are probably burning here. One sweeper all weekend.
Well, they got a break last night. They won another B, so they got last evening off.
That's why we brought you in the booth, because I said that they both came through the sea. So what the heck do I know? Like I said, I'm good at freezing water. That's about it.
I knew, yeah, the Swiss came out of the B. I'm not sure if Japan played last night or not.
Yeah, so you did, yeah. Thank you.
If only we had the bracket.
If only this thing called the internet, where we could look up the bracket at abcurlseries.ca. We're the host of the events here, abcurlseries.ca.
ABC later.
Yeah. Next event next weekend is our Alberta Curling Series mixed doubles event.
First mixed doubles event of the year, I believe. Well, for us anyway.
For us, yeah. So Mr. Winters here is correct. Both teams did come out of the B. That's why there was a draw to the button, not so correction there that I had that out of the C.
Mixed doubles action this weekend. All local teams? Anybody out of province?
No, I think it's all local teams now, yeah. All right, it looks like the call was to just hit and flop open to the open side. As a team without the hammer, you want to keep that away from the corner guard as long as possible, almost up to your last shot. When you're last shot, then that's when you try the big roll behind the corner guard to try to force your opponents. A couple of questions here on the live chat, wondering what happens when you have three players. So your first two players throw 3 stones each, and your skip throws 2. I think you were having a conversation with them last night about, when you're going well and you're playing well, you want to throw that third rock because you feel like you can make anything. But when it's not going the greatest, you don't want to throw that third rock. You want to give it away, right?
Yeah, that's what the girls were saying there. They had one girl, I think she was 6, so she stayed in Switzerland. And then their spare that came up for the Saville shootout last weekend, she had to start university, so she couldn't stay for another week. So that's how they ended up person down, I guess.
A person down.
Player down?
Player down. Great shot there. Hit and roll right behind the corner guard. Want to thank these ladies, a lot better than the men's, protecting our dividers for this weekend. Last weekend, I think I saw our men watch the rocks hit the dividers out of their positions about 16 times in a row until they figured out that maybe they should stop the rocks. So I appreciate that.
Well, usually how it goes as a man, right? We don't pick up after ourselves.
No, not very often at all. These ladies are quite the treat this weekend. Phenomenal curlers, phenomenal people. Lots of laughs in the lobby, and it's been a great event. So thank you so much for everyone that's come out and participated in the event this weekend. Working on this hard, seeing if they can get around the corner guard. Oh, just a tick. So big opportunity here. So another opportunity to get around the corner guard. Sit 2. 3/4 buried. Another option is just to sit open side, but with your third's last rock or the third last rock of the end, you might want to try to get it buried behind that corner guard to try to set up your 3-ender. If you play to the open end this early, you're going to be playing over there the entire end and won't have that opportunity for 3. But I think that's what they've decided to call, is to split the house. Congratulations to Team Botcher for their first win of the season. 3-2 over a defensive battle over Team Kui down at the Okotoks ATV Classic.
Skip coming out to help here.
Broom's starting to come a little slower there.
It's been
That's great
It's
sweep.
been a long
That's a
weekend here.
great sweep.
Thursday night all the way to Sunday. Like I said, at least they came out of the B, so both teams got a little bit of break last night to end up in the final. But
yeah, I agree with you, Keith. In the live chat here, you'd be tempted to split the rings for sure. The issues with splitting the rings is this right here, where if you don't get it past past your other rock in the house, there's an opportunity to hit and roll over there. There's also an opportunity to make the double if they could throw it hard enough, which this young lady can definitely throw it hard enough. If you try to hide one behind and they don't make the run back, then you do have the possibility of a three ender. So. Look at this shot. Look at this shot.
oh wow, yeah,
Wow. Absolute
that's pretty
perfect
good.
shot.
Yeah,
Don't know you very well, Keith, but that's why you don't split the house with that shot. Or you got to make sure you're back by the tee line at least. What a phenomenal shot there by the skip. I believe by the third of Team Japan. Was that the third? No, sorry, that was Skip's first rock. I think you were making fun of me last game about my curling terminology there, Keith, but you couldn't have walked her down there and put her in a better spot. Gives them the opportunity here with probably a hack weight. You don't need to remove that yellow stone, right? The hack waiter, get nice and close to that corner guard, hit the red rock onto the yellow rock, punch that yellow rock back 12, and hopefully both of your rocks roll a little bit behind that corner guard. Don't feel too bad there, Keith. You're not any less of a genius. That was probably just one of the best shots of the weekend. That's all. All right, so crucial shot here. Really important to watch your weight here. You don't want to overthrow this. Again, if you rack on the guard, your shooter will roll into the rings. Give you, barring a complete miss from the Team Japan, you'll have a chance to score.
That's pretty close.
Yeah. And that's the way you don't want to miss it. You're a little bit wide there, and now Japan has a chance to hit line 2, force you. If you would have missed it close to the guard and had your shooter roll in the house, then Japan would have had to probably hit something, and maybe would have gave you an opportunity to double or something like that. But with that one, you really have to be close to the guard to make that shot. So on this shot here, you have to make sure that your team communicates on what the shot call is. So there's 2 different shot calls. It's either hit the rock here and miss the rock on the back, and hopefully your shooter sticks around, or it's to make the roll, and you'll end up taking out your rock back there anyways. But you really have to make sure that you know what exact shot we're trying to make here. They're sweeping. Oh, they're off of it. On, off, on, off. That means it's probably pretty close. Yeah. A little bit. It's that's the tendency on that shot is you're concerned about not jamming it back there on your own yellow. So that's pro side miss.
Yeah, should force the blank here and just about halfway through.
And keep tuned in. I'll let everyone know the little story that I had with my family in our first visit to Tokyo. Hopefully, it'll bring some laughter. It should. All right, blank attempt here. Backing off on it with the sweep all the way. Whoa!
It's unfortunate.
That's
It's not
in tennis. What's that called? The unforced error. Unforced error there. So Team Japan, Kitazawa up 3-0 going into the fourth end.
Imagine being able to stream every curling game from every sheet from any event, be it your Wednesday league game, Bonspiel, or corporate event. Curling Stadium offers an all-inclusive streaming solution featuring high-quality cameras, ease of use, great reliability, and minimal installation. Offering your sponsors customizable ad space on your streamed curling games and being able to sell video packages to your corporate events for increased revenue. With Curling Stadium, you can stream to any device, be it your mobile phone, tablet, or computer. Push the feed to your desired platform, be it Facebook, YouTube, or any other social media. Curling Stadium is simply the way forward. Where it's commonplace in other sports to televise every game, we want to do the same. Curling is a global sport, and it's time it gets the coverage it needs. Make your curling club the next Curling Stadium.
So first rock, Team Japan comes in the house. First rock here for Team Switzerland. Looks like it's going to be a little heavy and slide in the house as well. Just a little bit off here so far in the final. But if we saw anything earlier in the week, I believe it was Team Skrillex was down 6-1 after 3 ends. Decided to play him back, and they ended up getting it to 6-5. So you just want to string some shots together. In this level, you string 2, 3, 4 shots in a row, and you make an angle raise for 2 or 3, and it's right back in the game.
It's the worst 5 words in curling. Let's just throw them back.
Yeah, absolutely.
Looks like Japan can play a little bit more aggressive right now. Double setup, though.
Looks like we're going to be calling for a corner guard here again. So the first time we headed to Japan, we actually had to spend a couple days in Tokyo before we head up to Kitazawa. And my sister, we got into the hotel room, and on the bathroom seat, there's a whole bunch of Japanese characters. When she was done to go to the bathroom, and she was pressing buttons, and the fans were coming out, and water was getting squirted. There was water coming through the door, and the gentleman that brought us over there, Mr. Kozumi, could hear the screeching coming out of the bathroom. So he came in there and shut everything off and wiped up all the water, and we asked him, well, how do you flush toilets in Japan? And he reached over to the side of the toilet and just pushed the lever down, and it flushed.
Like a regular toilet.
Just like a regular toilet, yeah. It was pretty funny. After, that was probably 23 years ago. And every time we see Mr. Kozumi, he still brings up that story about how to flush a toilet in Japan. Such a great country. We've had the pleasure of having Team Morizumi since I was 16 years old. Come over and stay with us. We played a lot of games against each other, and just an absolute fantastic people, and have a lot of friends in Japan and in the curling world, and love where the country is, and it's growing with curling. It's great to see. So I think the call is here to make a double.
I think it's hit the one on the outside and flop behind the guard.
That's why we brought you in.
I'm watching the screen.
Okay.
But I could be wrong here. We'll see what happens.
Kind of like our Wednesday night men's league. There's a shot call, but there's about 16 different audibles that could happen.
Plan A through F.
Working on it hard. You were right there. Hit and roll behind the corner. Going to roll too far.
All right. Japan looks like Japan's going to play a little bit more aggressive now. Got a little few points in the bank. So
Going to walk up there, rip off that corner guard. Yeah. I love the analytics. You're right, Keith, on Curling Zone's website. Down 3 with hammer and 5 ends to go, 13.9 chance of winning. So your percentage of winning is not real high, but there's 13.9% chance, so that's why you play the game.
things you know, eh?
And Jerry Gertz, he has everything at the edge of his fingertips there. He's hard workers, brought Curling Zone and information for curling the long ways. A lot of the top-level teams now use a lot of his analytics to drive the play and really experiment over the last 3 to 5 years on different situations and how to go about each end in up one, down one, with hammer, without hammer. They got to work on this one to get it over. Good sweep. So now instead of that guard's kind of really not in play with the curl and the speed of the ice. It's fantastic ice here at the LRC. Not sure that the ice maker for the weekend was, as Kyle Winters was sitting right beside me, along with Justin Runsman, and put a great surface together for the ladies this weekend. So with that guard not really being in play, Team Japan's changed their focus a little bit to be a little bit more aggressive. He's going to throw a tight center guard here right on the center line, protecting their 2 rocks in the house. So another fun little fact here for anyone that's in a final, 1 sheet out there. So that means the other sheets aren't being warmed up. There's a little less body heat out there as well. So usually when you get into the final games, your ice actually becomes just a hair slower. There's a little less heat out there to make the ice warm. So you're probably a tenth of a second slower than you would be with more people out there. Another thing, if you're in your Thursday night men's league or another thing, when people come off the ice, you can tell how the ice contracts and gets a little bit slower because all of that movement is gone. So it's another thing to keep track of when you're playing and trying to get that advantage on the team that you're playing against. Usually when we have control of the plant for the finals, we would actually turn the ice temperature up for the semifinals and finals because there's less people out there, less traffic, less sweeping. So we would actually turn our temperatures up to try to continue having the same speed that we would get throughout the entire weekend. But here at the LRC, it's a multi-use facility. We don't have the privilege of being able to control our own plant, so we are experiencing probably about 1/10 of a second slower. So nothing, drastic. Maybe 8 inches to 9 inches slower during the final here. But the teams will pick up on it, which they have, and it's 8 to 9 inches with this type of sweeping. It's about 7 extra brush strokes. So. So I'll replace that center guard here for Team Japan. I can't get over how fast they can move these brushes. It's phenomenal, these athletes.
Well, it's crazy that those brushes from Team Japan are a Japanese build graphite design coming from the golf world, and I actually tried to look it up and I couldn't find where they were, so they are extremely custom, and I had the pleasure of taking one out for a test drive last week, and it is extremely lightweight.
I'll talk to Morizumi and get some of those brooms over here then.
Absolutely.
Great shot there.
Wow.
Raised double, opens her all the way up.
Wow. Yeah.
So now a big advantage of keeping your rock out there too is that now if this shot is made dead buried, it's your rock going in the house. I was wondering if Jerry could look up this stat. One time I was playing Mr. Ted Appleman and we gave up a 6-ender in the second end to go down 6-0. And we just decided to shake because I don't think our percentages were real high in a 10-end game back then.
Was Curl Zone around?
I don't know if Curl Zone was around. Don't age me.
Yeah, what's the percentage of coming back from 6?
6 rip after 2 ends.
After 2.
So we're probably looking at about 15.5, 15.4 for this one here. I got a clock on it. That one is about 14.9. So a little bit heavy. Comes back 8 foot. So now going from a terrible situation where it was pretty yellow out there to now having a chance to freeze one in there and possibly set up a deuce. Oh, Jerry, thanks. Kevin Martin won a game once, giving up 5 in the first end.
So not high odds.
Not high odds. Kevin Martin won one game that way.
The stats show it's happened once.
Yeah. So they've changed up the shot call here, which is kind of interesting, being down 3 here to tap that yellow one out. It's interesting. You have the center guard. You have one back 8. I think a better, more aggressive call, like to Jerry's point here on the chat, you don't have a huge percentage of odds to win this game, so you probably need to take some risks. And tapping this out, rolling into the open, probably not the risk that you're thinking of here. So it does catch on. So Team Japan will hit this and try to roll.
I'm assuming the Swiss hoping for a miss here, and you got maybe a small chance for a split for 3 here to get back into it if it's a miss. But that's a low percentage, I'm assuming.
Yeah, that's a tough split, and you're probably not going to see a wide open miss here. But that's why I thought there, even a draw down to it gives a little bit of pressure. Draw top 4, dead buried. It's behind your own rock. what does Japan really do? Yeah, that call being down 3 is probably not the most aggressive call that you want to. You probably want to call a little bit more of aggressive call down 3 than that shot there. That is one absolute fantastic shot.
So
Wow.
forcing the Swiss to take their 1.
Yeah, you either forced to take your 1 or you try to throw that hack weight, out turn, chisel out, shoot blank. But she's elected to draw for her 1 here. What a great shot. So again, probably looking at about 15-5, 15-4, somewhere in there. Got a clock on her here.
I think
it's going to be a little heavy. You might have been a
little heavy thumb.
Oh, no. Good shot. 1 red. 3-1 going in the 5th end.
Imagine being able to stream every curling game from every sheet from any event, be it your Wednesday league game, bonspiel, or corporate event. Curling Stadium offers an all-inclusive streaming solution featuring high-quality cameras, ease of use, great reliability, and minimal installation. Offering your sponsors customizable ad space on your streamed curling games and being able to sell video packages to your corporate events for increased revenue. With Curling Stadium, you can stream to any device, be it your mobile phone, tablet, or computer. Push the feed to your desired platform, be it Facebook, YouTube, or any other social media. Curling Stadium is simply the way forward. Where it's commonplace in other sports to televise every game, we want to do the same. Curling is a global sport, and it's time it gets the coverage it needs. Make your curling club the next Curling Stadium. Imagine being able to stream every curling game from every sheet from any event, be it your Wednesday league game, bonspiel, or corporate event. Curling Stadium offers an all-inclusive streaming solution featuring high-quality cameras, ease of use, great reliability, and minimal installation. Offering your sponsors customizable ad space on your streamed curling games and being able to sell video packages to your corporate events for increased revenue. With Curling Stadium, you can stream to any device, be it your mobile phone, tablet, or computer. Push the feed to your desired platform, be it Facebook, YouTube, or any other social media. Curling Stadium is simply the way forward. Where it's commonplace in other sports to televise every game, we want to do the same. Curling is a global sport, and it's time it gets the coverage it needs. Make your curling club the next Curling Stadium.
All right, we're back 3-1. Interesting first four ends, hey Kyle? We've had some great shot making by Team Japan, Team Kitazawa. Great hit and rolls, two, right? The last one in the fourth end, too, we roll right behind the center guard to force them to one. The hit and roll in the third end to when Team Switzerland Kaiser thought they could split the house and get their easy deuce. Japan comes and makes a 8-foot hit and roll, dead buried.
Yeah, the Team Japan's just playing exceptionally well, and the Swiss team there, it's they've been playing steady, but obviously they've had a few more misses that have led to this 3-1 after four ends. Sorry.
Yeah, right, and a couple different shot calls, I would think, here in the fourth end where they could have really put the pressure on Team Japan and sucked one behind a guard, and it was their own guard in that fact instead of trying to make a hack weight hit and roll into the open. So that was a little bit possibly a learning moment for some strategy later on. But they got rid of that dreaded hammer, and we'll see if we can get double centers put up there just like that, and game on in the fifth end here. Team Japan trying to come around the centers. Looks like they're going to crash
close.
here, maybe. Yeah.
Oh. And
Now this is where it's going to be interesting, right? So okay, yeah, draw right around those centers, right? Get the pressure on. You got to throw everything but the kitchen sink at them here.
Japan there, it looks like they had a good line. I'm not sure why they didn't
They quit
keep a
sweeping
broom
there,
on
eh?
it.
Yeah. They kind of quit sweeping. If you were leaning on it there, you might have got her by, but
Well, that or fall over.
that's happened once or twice. So again, 15-5, that's what we're looking for here. The thrower coming up to help her sweep.
This looks like it's coming in pretty nice.
15-6-7 right there. It's going to be a little bit top 8. But it's dead buried. So that's what you want to do. Put some pressure on. Second shot rock. Dead buried behind a couple guards. Team Japan trying to figure out what they want to do. The original shot call was actually to draw around it, eh? And then she asked the team and did the old broom shake, which means peel. And all three of the teammates down here, yep, peel it off.
Yeah, good peel.
Again, huge shout out to our presenting sponsor, Co-op Petroleum here in Leduc, for sponsoring our Alberta Curling Series Major. Sticks and Stones Pub and Concession here at the LRC, offering our athletes 10% off for their drink and eats over the weekend. TaylorMade Wellness offered some chiropractic and massage therapy for our athletes yesterday. Global Machine and Supply, who was our presenting sponsor for the men's major last weekend. Hack to House, our new curling supply store here in Edmonton. Visit hacktohouse.com for all your curling needs, as well as get your curling club manager or president to reach out to hacktohouse.com for our profit share program set up for all of our curling clubs here. Excuse me. What else we got? Ice Advice, our fantastic sensors that are in the ice, as well as heat sensors and humidity sensors. And Scott does a great job at iceadvice.ca if you would like to reach out to them for some sensors.
Well, even if it's not even curling related, if you want to know what your freezer is in your house reading, I know he's got one up in the concession fridge upstairs so we have that knowledge. So if you're not sure what side of what temperature your fridge is at, let us know too. Give us a shout.
And also Tim's Ice Manufacturing, which is Kyle and my's company. We I think it says in our whoever did our advertisement, our leading contracting ice company in Alberta. And any curling club or hockey needs, please reach out to timsice.ca. I think we've got everybody in there. All right, Team Japan coming in. Trying to tap their yellow one back now.
That one's fairly successful.
Yeah,
two.
good shot.
Half open here. I'm not sure what the angle looks like there, but maybe a double.
Yeah, it looks like they might be able to get the double here and roll into the top 12 foot. There's our sponsors up there in the corner screen. Thank you very much, Curling Stadium, to get those up. Got a little tight out of her hand and just peeled the top one off. Decision time here for Japan. Trying to figure out where they want to put this rock. 4 rocks to come. Do they even want to peel now?
Would you try and play the draw the other side around behind the red?
I don't know if you'd want to play that as a yellow shot, as a red shot for sure. If you do that as a yellow shot, it would actually make that double off the top 4-foot one on the left-hand side over to the rocks that you would throw there. Very easy, and also you stick behind all those red guards. So I think the call is to throw a guard on top 12 on the yellow one on the side 4-foot there. Look at all those great ice advertisements made by Hack the House up there for our sponsors. Thank you so much. Great shot by Team Kitazawa. Top 12. That shot there that she's motioning, I think is impossible with that rock there up top 12. Yeah. So ideal shot here, if I was red, is try to hit that yellow one top 12 right on the nose. Make that double on the back 4-foot one. And then that yellow rock is awfully lonely sitting in there. And then it's very tough to get yours out, the 2 red out, without opening it up and being able to draw right around all the reds. So that, I think, would be the shot call here.
What's the rule on broadcaster timeouts?
Wow, they're not going to listen to me.
Language barrier?
Yeah, no, probably smart barrier saying, no, you go back behind the glass, and when we need you to freeze some more water, we'll get you to come out. So I think that's what they've decided to play here. On, off so far. That's a good shot. Now that all opens up that out-turn draw that Kyle was talking about here a few shots ago for a red. The out-turn draw frees to that one back 4-foot. So again, down 2 without the hammer. You kind of want to, you're going to have your risk factor go way up here.
What's that one for? I didn't see the call, but I'm thinking maybe it's a guard here for yellow.
Yeah, I think she was planning on possibly coming into the house around that one top 12-foot and on top of their yellow one, which line looks really good here.
Yeah. Oh, a little tight.
Yowzer. Oh, no. Opens it up here for probably a normal weight. Just tick that one top 8 foot onto the top 4 foot rock. And you're lying second, third, and fourth with an opportunity to get that lonely yellow out. I think the call was just to actually hit the one top 4 foot and stay right there.
Even if you could flop into the middle, would be obviously
Yeah,
think, ideal.
again,
I don't know what
I
you
think
get out
that,
of. I don't know, unless you play the in off the yellow later for.
I think the
Japan.
only way to get into that center would be actually ticking that yellow one on the 8 foot. And then hitting the one top 4 foot. And then it'll actually spin. The gear effect will spin your rock into the middle. But to get it just onto that rock on the 4 foot, your rock's going to be actually going a little bit out because of that rock top 12 foot. It's not going to allow you to curl around it. So
sweeping out of the hand.
Getting real tight to that guard. Oh, great sweep. Great shot. Now, shot rock, I think, is still yellow. Now, Japan's got to be a little bit careful with this. They hit that red. Yeah, that's probably the shot call. But if they hit that red a little bit too thin, I think that red comes right back on their yellow and back 4 foot, eh?
Yeah, maybe like a hack weight sort of situation here.
To me, I would. I'd probably.
You probably need more to move it all the way back.
Yeah, I'd almost consider hitting that top red one, top 12 foot right on the nose. Makes the double, and then there's one lonely red rock, and your yellow rock sitting there right on the center line as a guard that if they hit and roll off the side yellow rock, you have yours to advance in the house as a tap up for 2. But I don't think they've even looked at that. So I think the call was to shave off their yellow one and then hit the red and roll up. But comes out firing. They're on it now. Oh, great shot. Great shot, but it's going to allow Team Kaiser to hit that right on the nose.
Sit 3.
Sit 3,
especially if they roll in there. That'd be pretty tough.
Yeah, I don't know if they want to roll in too far. Maybe like half a rock, because then it blocks the in-turn draw, right? If you roll this in all the way in, you might be sitting full 8 foot, right? But it doesn't block that in-turn draw. So even if you nose this right here, I don't think Team Kitazawa has a shot to hit to get their 1. They'd have to do that wide out turn draw that we were talking about earlier for their 1 rock.
Yeah, and they haven't played that path all end.
Yeah. So I think the proper shot here, very important. They are talking about this, but I think the proper shot, right where the broom is, hit and roll in 3 inches. And it gives Team Kitazawa the toughest shot possible. Here it comes. Just cleaning right now. Looks like they're getting on it now. I think this is going to be a great shot here. A little bit, too much of a roll. Great shot on the surface. You know what? You got closer to the 4 foot, right? But it actually opens it up for a pretty easy draw for Team Kitazawa to get their 1. It is against 3. I don't know if she's thrown a draw. I know that she's made a hit and roll for a 9-foot hit and roll for Shot Rock. She's also made an 8-foot hit and roll for Shot Rock in the last end. So this might be her first draw.
If this was you throwing it, what would be your odds on yourself making this draw?
Oh,
if you played the game the same way at this point,
22%. I'm a 22% make possibility. Me throwing this, especially with my sweepers. This one sitting to my right here. So she'll be close here again. Probably looking at about 15-5, 15-6. Global Supply and Machine last rock here. Looks just kind of dusting it coming in. Don't want to lose it. Great shot.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, great shot. 1 yellow. So as you see there, if they would have kept that rock out a little bit, it would have been a lot tougher draw. But, great shot. 4-1, Team Kitazawa heading into the 6th then.
Imagine being able to stream every curling game from every sheet from any event, be it your Wednesday league game, Bonspiel, or corporate event. Curling Stadium offers an all-inclusive streaming solution featuring high-quality cameras, ease of use, great reliability, and minimal installation. Offering your sponsors customizable ad space on your streamed curling games and being able to sell video packages to your corporate events for increased revenue. With Curling Stadium, you can stream to any device, be it your mobile phone, tablet, or computer. Push the feed to your desired platform, be it Facebook, YouTube, or any other social media. Curling Stadium is simply the way forward. Where it's commonplace in other sports to televise every game, we want to do the same. Curling is a global sport, and it's time it gets the coverage it needs. Make your curling club the next Curling Stadium.
Point in the 5th end. Again, keep in mind, Matt Yo broadcasting here with Kyle Winters, owners of Tim's Ice Manufacturing. We freeze water for a living, not broadcasting. So please help us out in the live chat if we missed anything.
As long as nobody's counting on spelling here, I think we'll be okay.
Yeah.
Get it over.
Oh, yeah. So, great shot again by Team Kitazawa's lead. Right on the button. Second shot's going to be top 8 foot here. That's what they're calling. And up three points in the 6th end. You want to put your first 2 rocks inside in the house.
Yeah, Japan's kind of in the driver's seat here at this point of the game.
Yeah, absolutely. They played well. Played really well. Nice as sticks and stones to get the doubles board out there for the athletes this weekend. Everyone had quite the chuckle, but we had some ladies fighting over the doubles board throughout the weekend. It added a little bit of fun back into our competitive side of curling. Obviously, these athletes are here to try to get to their number one goal and objective is representing their country, Olympics, 4-year cycles. But if we can add a little bit of fun and a little doubles board action for the curlers to get a free drink after the game's over, it spruces it up a little bit. So thank you very much for Sticks and Stones Pub for offering that here today. So center guard goes up by Team Kitazawa, gives Team Keiser an opportunity to get one in there, frozen to the one on the button. They are missing their skip this weekend, so fantastic showing. And nonetheless, their skip would usually hold the broom, throw second rocks, and she's back home. She recovered from COVID apparently, and looking to rejoin the team when they get back home. So Japan is switching gears here and deciding, you know what, let's throw up a guard on our one that's top button. Oh, things are getting a little giddy. The ice makers have been here for 4 straight days. 8 of the last 12 days with the men's major last weekend and the ladies this weekend. So,
no, it's been good though.
Yeah, it's been a lot of fun. Ladies are full of laughs, and we had some good times over the last couple of weeks here. So, starting our curling season off, we have a couple big events that we're helping out Curling Canada with at the West Edmonton Mall for the club championships of the Canadian Club Championships. It's going to be played at West Edmonton Mall. And actually, we're partnering up and hosting the men's and ladies provincials. Ladies provincials down in the Wetaskiwin Curling Club in the Civic Center, I believe, is the hockey rink down there. And then also at the River Cree Resort here in Edmonton.
And casino,
River Cree Casino and Resort. Hosting the men's provincials in February. The host club is the Avonair Club, but we're hosting out at the River Cree Casino and Resort. So keep up to date for online for ticket sales and whatnot. Advertisement and box sales go on sale here in a couple weeks. And it's going to be a great event at both places. The town of Wetaskiwin has really got behind the club and have already sold out quite a few boxes and advertisement spots, as well as the Avonair Curling Club is really excited to host the men's provincials, which probably going to have 2 of the top 5 teams in the world, between Kevin Cooey and Brendan Botcher participating in the men's provincial championships, who actually just played each other for the first time of many probably this year down in the Okotoks Spiel in the final. And Brendan Botcher victorious 3-2 final in an extra end down there in Okotoks. So congratulations to them.
I'm just hoping for possibly a late showing from the mysterious Ted Appleman, who's been kind of off the radar in the curling scene this season.
Yeah, Teddy's saying he's not going to curl. He's going to curl. He's not going to curl. We'll see if he decides to put a squad together and make it to the provincial final again and put a good showing together. It seems like he's always around and participating in those events, and hopefully he hasn't tweaked anything golf in the 123 rounds this summer, and he puts the sliders back on and gets into the provincials again.
Well, I think when you're just that good of an athlete, I don't think you really have to worry about that kind of injury when you're as good as Ted Appleman.
Very true. Very true. Some of us are blessed. Some of us are not. Anyways, back to the game here. We got quite a few rocks in play for Team Keiser trying to get back into this game. Looks like she's trying to make the thin double. That's a really good shot there. Absolutely. Opens it up. Gets access to her corner guards.
we could keep the chat related to the game. If you guys want Jerry's number, it is 1-800-662. I don't actually have his number.
Yeah, lots of good chats going on here in the chat about Curling Stadium and how well they've really brought together the streaming network for curling and promoting it tremendously well. And a huge shout out to Jerry Gertz and his team and what they've been able to do down south in the States, as well as up here in Leduc and a few other places like Martinsville had a great spiel last weekend. Fantastic to Jerry Gertz and the Curling Stadium team to be putting this together and getting curling out there and streamed for the wider audience. So thank you so much. Working on hard on this one to get her over. Trying to get it to curl up. Might have given a little bit of an opening here. You could probably see about an eighth of that yellow rock that's on the button. That split on their top red one to get them off the center line and get two reds in the house would be a great shot. Greetings to Scott as well, watching from Bellingham,
Washington.
So it's going to be trying to make a split here on their red. Thanks again to our presenting sponsor, Co-op Petroleum Leduc. This rock's coming in. They're working on it hard. Working on it really hard. I think it might be too much weight here. But couldn't keep the shot that the rock they were hitting, but ended up getting second shot, 3/4, 7/8 buried behind their corner guard. So well done. Great shot. All right, so it looks like they're trying to throw a hack weight, but out of the hand, the sweeper said it's heavy, so they're going to work on this one to try to carve it over. And that's the real difficult thing on this ice is that when it's very speedy, those type of shots, it's very easy to overthrow them. And when you overthrow them, you take your sweepers right out of the game. All right, so big opportunity here for Team Kaiser to hit and lie to. Try to set up their deuce here in the second end. So all they need is a deuce, force to one, take their deuce, steal one. That's kind of the recipe for the rest of the game for Kaiser. Or get three, hold them to one, get two, win the game.
Well, it's options, really.
Working on this one real hard. Really hard. Oh. This could be a double ooh if it hits. Yeah, that's a double ooh. Hits that red rock more into the open. Absolute disaster there for Team Kaiser. So Team Kitazawa from Japan going to be trying to hit this out to lie three. trying to probably throw the correct weight this time. Looks like they're taking about 1.5 feet, 2 feet of ice to where they want to hit it. So I'm assuming it's going to be about a hack weight for those curlers out there. That if you throw the rock and let it go, and it doesn't hit any other rocks, it ends up in the hack. That would be hack weight. So just through the house. This looks like it's better weight, so they're sweeping here for line. Fantastic shot there. Great weight control by the skip of Team Kitazawa. Line 3. So we're going to try to see if there's a skipper's deuce here available. When that terminology of skipper's deuce means that you have no hope with 2 rocks to come, and they're your skip's rocks. Skip makes 2 great shots to get the skipper's deuce. As the skip of my Thursday night Dynasty Men's League team, I know all about skipper's deuces.
Yeah, maybe when we were playing Thursday, we play Wednesdays now, and that's a different game for you. Looks like I think they changed the shot call to the hit here.
Try to hit and flop. You are right there in the live chat. 2 perfect stones are needed here. On, off right now. Looks like it's on now, off now. Should be close. Oh, great shot.
That's a good shot.
Fantastic hit and flop, dead buried. Shot rock. 1 of 2 perfect stones that are needed here. So it looks like the call is a fairly heavy draw, probably back 4 weight type of thing. Come down onto that red rock behind the corner guards and sit on top of it. Looks a little hot out of her hand here, but well, they're on off here. It's amazing to me how much communication these young ladies have. It's absolutely great.
Looks pretty good.
Just a little tap off, so it gives an opening. Skipper's deuce in play here. Throw one back 8 foot, back 12 foot, tap her back, get your deuce. All right, so this is pretty much a game game on the line. Last rock by Global Supply and Machine. Sorry, Global Machine and Supply. Trying to throw probably back 8 to back 12 weight. Out of her hand, looks like she set it out to the broom a little bit. As you can see, the curling rock started away from the center line. Now it's coming back in. They're sweeping hard at it now. Sweeping hard at it. Now they're off. Looking good. Skipper's deuce keeps him in the game. Great shot. 4-3 heading into the 7th end. We're in for a treat for the last 2 ends here.
Imagine being able to stream every curling game from every sheet from any event, be it your Wednesday league game, bonspiel, or corporate event. Curling Stadium offers an all-inclusive streaming solution featuring high-quality cameras, ease of use, great reliability, and minimal installation. Offering your sponsors customizable ad space on your streamed curling games and being able to sell video packages to your corporate events for increased revenue. With Curling Stadium, you can stream to any device, be it your mobile phone, tablet, or computer. Push the feed to your desired platform, be it Facebook, YouTube, or any other social media. Curling Stadium is simply the way forward. Where it's commonplace in other sports to televise every game, we want to do the same. Curling is a global sport, and it's time it gets the coverage it needs. Make your curling club the next Curling Stadium.
The 7th. It's going to throw up the center guard to start. And we're in for a treat probably this end for sure. Joe Pod, you probably don't need 2 steals. If you can force him to 1 here, get your deuce. You only need 1 steal. So even forcing him to 1, get your 3 in the 8th end, you could win the game. But a force here or a steal is very important. So here's your decision time for Team Kaiser. You throw another guard, or you come in and freeze to that one in the top 8. Freeze to the yellow one. Looks like the freeze is the call. Maybe. Freeze is the call here. Looks like this has got to slow down a little bit. Corner frozen. Good shot. Gives Japan a chance to hit this right on the nose, get rid of both shots. Hard right out of her hand. This looks like it's moving. Not sure if she got out to the broom there. Oh, just got her by. Great shot. Fantastic.
Yeah, really good.
Now, since this end's super, super important, I'd probably consider even throwing another center guard here. They've elected to do the same shot, freeze top 8. Working on this one hard, coming into the house here. Now that's a better shot than the first one. It doesn't have to be frozen as long as it's dead buried, which it is. Fantastic shot there. Now there'll be peel the center guard, another center guard to go up, peel the center guard, another center guard to go up, about 3 or 4 times here. And then a play in the rings, and the force should be on. Great shot there by Team Keiser to get that one in the rings in a really good spot. Once again, take this opportunity to thank our sponsors, Co-op Petroleum here in Leduc, for being our presenting sponsor of the Alberta Curling Series Major, as well as Global Machine and Supply, who were the presenting sponsors in our men's major last weekend. TaylorMade Wellness, who was offering chiropractic massage for our athletes here yesterday. Huge thank you for them as well. And our new curling supply store here in Edmonton, Hack to House. Visit hacktohouse.com for all your curling needs. Also, inquire about how your club can get a new revenue share program to get a new. Go! Get it over. Sorry to Hack to House. Had to help the girls get that one over. So back to hacktohouse.com. You're part of a curling club. Inquire about the revenue share program that offers great advantages to get some money back into your club.
There's also ice advice. You freeze it, we can read it.
Great sensors in the ice that give us minute-by-minute tracking on what our temperatures are doing. It's actually saved our ice a few times last winter when our plants have went down, and saved a lot of man hours to put the ice back in. So iceadvice.com, I believe. And if anyone's looking for some great sensors and some great control for their athletes. All right, another center guard to go up here. Another good center guard put up by Team Switzerland, Keiser. I would expect one more peel, and then I think the action will come into the house here. Now, one of the interesting things that has developed over the last few years is peel shots are being thrown with a lot of rotation on them. The reason for that is if you throw a lot of rotation and you hit 3/4 of the rock, the gear on the rock still spins out of the playing area. If you throw a peel with very little rotation, you hit 3/4 of a rock, that rock won't spin very much and get out of the playing area. So you'll see a lot of these teams throw a ton of rotation for the peel shots. That makes the margin for error a lot higher. So, like I thought here, I thought the next rock might be time to be played in the house. There is still 3 rocks to come, so in my mind, you probably want to throw one more center guard and then bring it in the house for the skips rocks. Still a lot of communication going on in the house here. Looks like they might have switched to a tap of the side yellow one and roll in. I think that's the shot call here. Is the hit and roll off the side yellow one, roll into the center. In my opinion, this might be one shot too early. Trying to sweep this one hard. I'm not entirely sure what happened to this one. Maybe that was a shot call. Ooh, could be disastrous. Nose hit a little bit on the outside. Gets rid of both reds, lives 3 yellows, I think. Yeah, I don't think there's much of a talk needed on this shot. Like it's by the overhead, maybe I'm missing something, but it's a nose hit, 3/4 of a rock on the outside, broom side, and both reds leave.
I think that's just math.
It could be math. Looks like a lot of ice. This looks pretty good. Trying to get it to curl. Looked like it was a lot of ice. Okay. Same scenario here. Nice thing about curling is you get to listen into the teams discuss these shots and get into the minds of the players to figure out what they're thinking through the process. If we spoke their language.
They speak English.
Oh, I know, but probably not right now. I think they're talking about quite a few shot calls here at the moment. Now you have 2 shots left of the skips. If you're trying real hard to force here, you should probably try to remove at least 1 yellow with this shot. I don't know what they're calling. Not entirely sure here. There's lots of brooms going every direction, but when the broom went down, I didn't see what the shot call was here. Looks like she's kicking out for both back line weight, hack weight maybe.
Just to try and rattle that red one is the yellow.
Yeah, I think what they're just trying to do is tap this back a little bit. This is a super aggressive call to keep these yellows around when you're trying to force them.
Good.
Not sure if the steel's in play at the moment. It's not anymore.
Oh.
So Japan just has to make sure that they are open for their 1 shot here, not to do anything too out of the box here. Looks like they're just planning on. You probably make everything go away here again. Hit 3/4 of a stone on that red one, and I think everything leaves the house if you throw it hard enough.
Well, that's probably pretty much ideal here, and that sets Japan up for a pretty good end.
Yeah, that's why if you're really trying for didn't really look like a steal was in play there, and that's what a lot of teams and juniors need to realize is the steal in play or is it not? And I don't think the steal was in play, so I don't think that warranted for that shot call. I think the shot call would have been to remove one of the yellow rocks to get the force going. But now everything's gone. 1 yellow's in play. Now the blank's in play, and back to the 8th end, you're going to have to steal here. So I think that was a missed opportunity by Team Keiser, where they could have just removed one of the yellows rocks there, and with the skip's first rock, and then had forced Japan to one point. Since they didn't, and they tried a aggressive shot to possibly try to steal if they would have tapped that yellow back farther. Now it's developed into a blank end and start all over in the 8th end. Now you got to look at stealing again. Right out of her hand, screaming hard. She got it here.
Yep.
Gonna stick it out there in the corner.
Ooh.
Nice shot. Got a little nibbler. So Japan, Team Kitazawa is going to try to get the blank, preserve the hammer going in the 8th end, up 1. Hard out of her hand. Try to keep it out there. Oh, yeah, she's got it. Nice shot, blank end. Team Kitazawa up 4-3 going in the 8th end. Matt, Yo, and Kyle Winters here broadcasting for you for the Co-op Alberta Curling Series Ladies Major.
Correct.
Imagine being able to stream every curling game from every sheet from any event, be it your Wednesday league game, bonspiel, or corporate event. Curling Stadium offers an all-inclusive streaming solution featuring high-quality cameras, ease of use, great reliability, and minimal installation. Offering your sponsors customizable ad space on your streamed curling games and being able to sell video packages to your corporate events for increased revenue. With Curling Stadium, you can stream to any device, be it your mobile phone, tablet, or computer. Push the feed to your desired platform, be it Facebook, YouTube, or any other social media. Curling Stadium is simply the way forward. Where it's commonplace in other sports to televise every game, we want to do the same. Curling is a global sport, and it's time it gets the coverage it needs. Make your curling club the next Curling Stadium.
My pronunciation's probably not proper, but I haven't been seeing anything on the live chat. Apologize to the teams in advance if that is not the right pronunciation of your names.
Regardless, looks like we got a pretty good center guard up here for the first shot.
Yeah, great center guard. Now it's the opportunity to play the tick shot. Lots of talk about the tick shot in the chat earlier here, so let's see how Team Kitazawa performs this tick shot.
I hope the K is silent.
No, it sounds like I'm on the chat. I'm good. All right, here comes the tick shot. Sweeping it over for line. Going to try to, as a sweeper, trying to use that center line as a judge. And
no.
she gone. Really close. Really good shot. Really good try.
Nothing ventured, nothing gained.
Now, second center guard going up. Real important to try to keep these as spread out as possible. But 8th end, she's working on it hard here. Skipper might want to give her a little help.
Oh, all the confidence.
Oh, no, it's
all
good.
the confidence here. All the confidence.
Great shot. Just something that we're not privy to have on Wednesday nights. 2 perfect guards like that from our lead. But here comes now a little change of direction. Going to be coming in. Top 8. Coming around those guards. See if I can get a time here for you guys here. 8th end. Looks like they're working on it pretty hard. Looks like it's going to be top 8, top 12 if it doesn't rub.
Oh, good shot.
A little bit light. That one you probably wanted to come top 12 or top 8 at least. That almost gives you 3 guards as Team Kaiser. That was 16 seconds, so speed's still pretty good. Great surface here provided by Tim's Ice Manufacturing, Kyle Winters, and Justin Runsman. We've been working hard to give the athletes the best surface possible here at the Leduc Rec Center. Now let's see. The call is to put this one right on the button. Shooter jumped up. Give him a hand here. 15-5. So, yeah, just top 12. But, Team Kaiser's got the advantage of having 4 guards up there right now. And Team Japan trying to talk the skipper into peeling one of them, I think. Kevin, I appreciate you as well. Nice little live chat comment there. I've enjoyed the Ice Maker's point of view on these broadcasts. No problem. We're glad to try to help out. Like I said in our previous broadcast, down at your local club, if you're playing in a bonspiel, if you're heading to another club, track down the Ice Maker. Ask him a few tricks of the trade. They'll be more than happy to give you all the info possible. There's about 2 or 3 teams that approached me this weekend and asked a few questions about the ice and whatnot. And we have a few tricks that we can give the teams to help them out to ensure they have the most information possible. So. Fantastic shot. These ladies have absolutely been firing on all cylinders today. Fantastic shot. All right, another probably tight center guard, maybe a little bit behind that yellow one. Looks like they've elected to throw a tight center guard. Possibly maybe half buried, quarter buried around the yellow. Coming out here to get a couple extra strokes. No give up on these ladies. Fantastic curling shot there again.
Oh, they're bumping, they're grinding, and they're curling ice sliding.
All right, so so what they're trying to do here is peel this guard off. As you saw, the skip that went to the top there to see what the angle would need to get that one off the 12-foot on the side. So obviously peel first, but try to get that one off the side second. And she pitched it out. Wowzer. There's the major blunder that you're asking for there, Joe Pod. So try to put one top 4 foot dead buried here. Looks like we have about 4.5 feet of ice. Should be about 15.3, I would think, 15.2. Getting ready to sweep it here. Going to try to sweep it for curl, I imagine. Trying to lean on it. This looks like it's going to be a curling shot, folks. Top button dead buried. 7/8 buried. Great shot. So see if she can pick up her second here and help her out with that flash last shot. Looks like they're sweeping this one out of her hand. Oh, they backed off. Looks like it's pretty good. Key is to stick around here in the 8 foot. Yeah, good shot. Now it's an opportunity to suck another one back there. That yellow one on the side button doesn't mean a whole bunch right now. They need to get one dead buried for that steal point. Dry erase marker. Kind of calling for the audible here. Just threw it a little bit heavy, so decided to hit and roll over with their shot. Again, big shout out to our one of our sponsors, Hack to House, our new curling supplier in Edmonton. All your curling needs, please reach out to hackthehouse.com. As well as any curling clubs, reach out to hackthehouse.com to take advantage of their profit share program. So here comes a hit and flop again for Team Kitazawa. Sweeping it for curl. Needs it to curl a bit more. That's a good shot. The key is to hold your shooter there, so at least your first shot and second shot. So that side red foot, that side red rock, would not be the losing point. So they might be able to get one dead buried behind these guards, but they're only lying one. So you'd be only shooting against the tie rather than the loss. So that's very good weight control by Team Kitazawa there to keep their rocks in a first shot and a second shot position. So real important to try to bury this one.
Wow, you go get a hot dog and the whole end changes, eh?
Changed up a bit here, yeah. Been taking quite a bit of ice for this shot to dead bury around that guard. You know, they're taking about upwards of 5.5 feet of ice, though. They might want to tighten up the ice there a little bit on the next one. So Team Kitazawa is going to have a chance to hit and flop in front of their yellow ones here again. Ideally, it'd be nice to keep it in the 4-foot with the shot rock. So if they do dead bury, it's the scoring area is very small. Hard right out of her hand. As a sweeper, you're looking at that center line, comparable to the guard. You don't want to touch the center line, I don't believe. Yowzer. Oh, boy. So,
Swiss team here has got to make a perfect shot here.
yeah, so what do you want to do here? Do you want to try to go, a quarter buried, top 4, top 8 foot, try to lie 2? You try to tap yours back about 6-8 inches.
You'd have
lie
to,
2.
You'd have to lie in the 4 foot there. That yellow, the back yellow is touching 4.
Yeah. So do you want to try to lie 2 here? That's the question. To make the Kitazawa shot against the loss, or do you throw up the guard and try your luck in the extra end if Kitazawa can't make a draw to the button? I think what they've decided to do is the guard.
But it looks like Japan, if they play the guard, I think that that yellow in off there is pretty flat.
Yeah, like they'll have a shot, right? They'll have a draw to the button for the win, or a hit and roll off their own yellow for the win. I do agree with Brent on the live chat. I'd like to figure out a way somehow to lie 2, but
It's tough too.
tough shot to lie 2. Yeah. Working hard on it here. Working really hard on it here. Needs to get it over. Might have pulled the string a little bit. Go, 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 go. Left the hole. So 4-3 Kitazawa, last rock in the 8th end. Looking for the win. Get it through the hole, remove the red rock, and it's game over. Last rock brought to you by Global Machine and Supply, also Co-op Petroleum here in Leduc. Thank you for our presenting sponsors. Hackthehouse.com. Visit them for all your curling needs. All right, Team Kitazawa. It's right down the middle. Remove the red for the win in the championship. A little bit of backward motion.
Back forth.
Great shot. Good game. All right, thanks again for Curling Stadium, Global Supply and Machine, Co-op Petroleum here in Leduc. Hack the House for all your curling needs. Visit hackthehouse.com. TaylorMade Wellness for their chiropractor massage needs. Thank you so much for everyone watching. It was a fantastic opportunity to to do some announcing, and thank you very much for the LRC and great host for the event. Have a great weekend, and we'll see each other next weekend at our Alberta Curling Series Mixed Doubles event starting on Saturday at 9 a.m. Have a great day. Matt, Yo, Kyle Winter signing off.
Hope everybody has a great Sunday.
Just sept. That's good. S-E-P-T.
Imagine being able to stream every curling game from every sheet from any event, be it your Wednesday league game, bonspiel, or corporate event. Curling Stadium offers an all-inclusive streaming solution featuring high-quality cameras, ease of use, great reliability, and minimal installation. Offering your sponsors customizable ad space on your streamed curling games and being able to sell video packages to your corporate events for increased revenue. With Curling Stadium, you can stream to any device, be it your mobile phone, tablet, or computer. Push the feed to your desired platform, be it Facebook, YouTube, or any other social media. Curling Stadium is simply the way forward. Where it's commonplace in other sports to televise every game, we want to do the same. Curling is a global sport, and it's time it gets the coverage it needs. Make your curling club the next Curling Stadium.